There you go. There's a clear reason why I'm not doing well. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Jelani? I'm live again. Week. Not for long, but my classes just started this week, so let's see if I believe this is gonna go up some more. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I like that move. Give me 1 second. Let me see if there's an entry. No entry. I gotta wait. How's it going? How are you doing? I'm trying to pass this challenge. Let's just say been over risking, trying to fix some of my mistakes still. Yeah, this is going up. Have you been trading at all, Jelani? Oh, give me 1 second. I gotta fix something. Sorry, my dog's right behind me. All right. Let's see where this can go. I'm still confused on where. Oh, like an hour. You can hear my dog barking. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna see if I can get something out of this account today. Luna, stop. Stop. Oh. My dog's going crazy. All right, let's see what this price can do here. I can't even talk. I can't even understand what I'm gonna say. All right, I'm looking to see how price is going to move right now. I'm hoping that price won't just move straight back up to the top of this range. It was showing me a lot of strength. I'm going to be honest, it was showing me a lot of weakness. I took this trade. This is a trade that helped recover for today. I took this trade right here. This was a crazy trade. My exit was down here. So I knew it was going to come up to this range. Yeah, no problem. Oh, you have two. Is that the same person? You have two accounts? That's awesome. Sorry, it took me a second to register. Can you come at 9 p.m. India? I have class, so for my doctorate program. Oh no, it's not. You changed your name. Okay. I have class for my doctorate program, so during that period of time, I think that's 9 p.m. I can tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I'll be able to be live then. I'll be live tomorrow. Friday's more difficult for me to be live as well. So my schedule still is Monday. I didn't trade Monday. I didn't like Monday's price action. And then today and then tomorrow. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday is my schedule because Tuesdays I'm too busy as well to trade live. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. I was thinking about not coming live today out of motivation. I just got done teaching a class, so I decided to go ahead and come live. And just take the chance. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this price action right now. I think this is going to continue up. Let me try to fix this. Sorry, you guys can't see my higher time frame, but this chart looks so bad. Look at my higher time frame right now. And this is why I'm trying to avoid trading at all costs right now, taking an active trade. This is not the price action you want to see on the higher time frame. I was trying to trade that earlier. It did not work out. This might be an actual trade, though. This holds. Nope. Didn't give me the setup. If anyone needs to see my setup for my trading strategy, I do have a few lives. I have YouTube videos as well. What my trading strategy is. A lot of it is just playing discount, and then playing a gap upwards. So, for example, let's say this is the trade I took earlier. I knew the price was bearish at this point. So at this area right here, I had an idea that it was going to reject somewhere between this zone. And then I got this setup. And this is kind of a minor setup. So you have this micro range, this micro high. We showed a lot of strength coming, closing below this high without really any retest. I took a short position, stop loss above here. I targeted not only the bottom of this range, and then I trailed my stop loss until there was 2 green candles. I exited partial position sizing, then I trailed until there was 2 more green candles, and then this was my exit point for the whole position. And so this ended up being the trade I had today. This saved my account today because I was like 4 losses in a row today. So this is why I'm only at 237, risking $100 still. I was actually, no, I think I was at more. I was at 5 losses in a row for the market today. So it was not good, but I was able to save it with that one trade. We can see where this price is going to go. So again, discount, what I want to see at this discount, specifically right here, I want to see a liquidity grab. So I can even look at this from this time frame. And so I want to see a gap form round right here. And then I would take a long position targeting the high of the structure for partial position, and then targeting the high of the microstructure right here. So these would be my 2 target levels if this gives me this setup on the 100 tick. Now, I don't like doing it on the 100 tick. It's not as reliable. It didn't give me the setup, so I would not take the entry, but it still might work out. I can look for a second entry, so just waiting to see if it grabs right here. Let's see if it gives the setup right here. Waiting for a gap, for this gap to fill. And the only reason this gap is viable is because it can't close below some sort of structure. We didn't fill here. We're at discount. We're too far deep into discount. This is going to come down most likely and grab this liquidity down here. It might not, but when it gets that deep into price action, I don't really want to take that risk. That's a lot of strength right there. That's honestly enough to take an entry on the position, especially since we're bouncing off an order block. So this would be a valid entry. I just am always cautious when we're retesting all the way down here, that I would want to see a bounce before I take any position. So I would want to see this come down to here again, and I would want to see this come back above the close, which we didn't do. So that's fine before I take that entry. Well, that's actually this is a really good setup. Let's see if it holds. I'm going to wait for a bounce back down and see if it will hold right here. And then I'm going to look for a closure back up. So let's see if this holds around this little gap here. I don't know if this is just Top Step being weird or if this is actually a gap down giving me my setup. That's sometimes a confusion of mine. I like that hold. I'm going to enter with 2 positions. See if this could hold and move upwards. Just only risking $24 to this one because I'm just trying to recover this. First target's up here, second target's up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first target, a limit sell up here for 1 contract. That should be about a 1-to-1, and then this one should give me about my 1-to-2 risk reward. If we could just jet up here, that would be amazing. I'm not necessarily bullish here, so I want to be very careful. I think I'm more bearish than bullish. So that's why I'm risking just very, very minimal amount right now. I don't like that rejection at all. Let's see if it holds right here. If it doesn't hold, I might just get out. I need to see this close. One more green candle, and then I feel comfortable with this trade. That's a green candle, but there's no strength in this move. There you go. That's what I need to see. I don't like that. Again, it rejected instantly.
Order filled.
Let's just get out. It's still a valid setup, but I don't like how much it's rejecting its breakout potential. Yeah. Still could work out. It did end up giving me a 1 to 2 risk reward if I would have taken this like a normal trade right here. If I would have taken this from my normal entry, which is around this, and just put my stop down here, this is the 100 tick, so we got to be careful. It would have given me a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, but my entry was late and I wanted confirmation. So how many dollars did you start with, and what's the overall status as of now? I'm talking about the day you started trading. My status of now is not as good as it was 2 years ago, to be honest. My status now is very much break even. I started with $500. I started with $200. When I first started, I blew that account. I started with another $200. I started 7 years ago, by the way. I'm not as profitable as a lot of people you probably see that claim to be profitable. I have a lot of friends who've surpassed me. But this is more of a journey than it is education. A journey to manage my impulses, because I have had an issue for the past 6 years over trading, 5 years. But I was profitable for my years 2 and 3, and then year 6. And then this past year, I've been very much break even, if not negative, for a lot of the year trying to do these top step challenges. Right when I got into prop firms, I've been struggling a lot more. I've taken 2 payouts, and then ever since then, I've just been struggling with passing. It's a mental barrier. I get to 52,500 or 52,400. And then same exact thing, you overtrade or you take trades that aren't as good. So that's why I started streaming again, for the pure reason of accountability for myself, so I can watch back the streams. This is not meant for views or anything like that. It's just for people have questions. My strategy is profitable. I can show the statistics on that, not only back testing, but forward testing. I got to go to my Google Drive for that. I have AI track that for me. But for my actual trading itself, it's not been the best because of impulses. Like of course, like everyone says, whenever you fake trade, you use simulated accounts, you're the most profitable person in the world. But when you get into a live account, all the psychology comes into it, which is very ironic that I'm getting my doctorate in psychology. Very ironic. But yeah, I'm working on it. I think I figured out one of my main issues that would help, even though I overtrade, is I've been oversizing for the prop firm accounts without knowing. And so I'm trying to fix that. I'm usually very honest about where I'm standing. You can see the frustration on my face whenever I trade. This is bullish. I like this as a long position. Let me make sure I like this long. I do like this for a long position, but I would like to see a few more retests here. This was the best entry, which I totally missed during that conversation for my strategy. This is an amazing entry. I would have entered with partial position sizing, targeting a 1 to 2 here. I actually do think this could come up and reach the 1 to 2. So it's a valid entry. That's why I say this is still long. Would want to see a retest first, and then a confirmation that we are moving up, and then I might take an entry again. So this is a challenge account. I'm trying to get this one up to 53,000. I've had some really, really good trades with it, but my loss streaks have been way too much for what my strategy asks. Usually my strategy is pretty consistent. I'll give me a win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. It has not been like that because I've been trading against my rules pretty poorly. Still ended up profit right now, risking about $100 to $200, but it's just trading against my rules has been really bad. I miss my old strategy so much. It wasn't as profitable as this one can be. But it was so much, I was so much better at executing it. So much better executing it. 1 sec. All right. Let's see where this goes, guys. I still think we're moving all the way back up to this high again. Moving up to the 53.35 area. Might be wrong, but this gave an amazing setup right here. All right, but that, if anyone has any other questions, feel free to ask. Oh, you want to go? Here, let me let my dog out. I don't know why I'm putting my headphones on. I don't even need them. I'm hoping this will be the funded account. I've passed so many funded accounts. And then just every time I go on a horrible loss streak due to either psychology or just my trade, the consolidation in these markets have not worked with my strategy much at all in August and then later June. So I'm hoping September gives me something more. It should, because this is not it. This price action is not it at all. This has been good the past few days. This is not it. This is not it. Nothing around this. This was amazing for my strategy. I passed so many funded accounts with this one. Not it. It's just been, I've had to, I realize checking the daily is so important for making sure that I have some sort of direction, daily bias again, because I stopped doing that for some reason whenever I took a hiatus. See, still continuing up. I don't have a clear, again, I don't have a clear area where I want to see this thing go, nor do I have a clear area to look for a retest at this current moment. I'm very much fine only losing 230 day. Like done? Sorry, I don't understand. Sorry, man. If anyone has any questions or personal questions about me, let me know. This is again for me. I'm sorry to be selfish. This is for me. But it also is to act for education for people that are coming in new, not financial advice, just education for people that are interested. It's a hard journey. I'll let you know, it's a hard journey. You can do it in a year. You can do it in 10 years. It really just depends on your own impulse control and your ability to be disciplined. I will say that does not matter what the strategy is. Knowledge matters to some degree for at least the first 3 months, then you throw away, or first 6 months, then you throw away 95% of it. And then after that, it's purely just you battling yourself and making sure that you can have a stop loss. And that's the key thing. If you trade any of these challenges, top steps, my funded futures, anything, make sure you put a limit. I have a daily limit loss for myself, but if you go to settings, make sure you have a daily, I know you guys can't see, but there's a daily limit loss that you can have. And then that way it prevents you from over trading for the day, and you can prevent yourself from taking more than 1 to 2 trades. And it's annoying because you can stop yourself out for the whole day and you want to continue to trade, like you want to continue to learn and grow, but it stopped you from losing money. And that's the key, is to put that, you'll be angry at yourself, and then you go find something else to do later on. See where this goes. I'm a little bit interested if this will hold this move. Okay, let me track this high and low actually. So this is a change of structure technically. So let me go ahead and mark this. Change. This was a previous high up here. And then this is the last structure. So we'll see if this grab holds this. I think that's my dog coming back in. This is holding the structure. It's discount area as well. Did they give me a setup? Did not give me a setup, so I would not have entered this position. I actually did. It did give a setup, but it's a very ugly one. Very ugly setup right here. Thing just zoomed upwards. Yeah. My whole strategy is discount, so playing market structure, highs and lows. And then playing highs and lows. So for example, we didn't hit discount here, but this showed me a lot of strong volume. But playing discounts of highs and lows, looking on the lower time frame, looking for my specific setup. So this is my discount zone. This is more unlikely to hit first time, this darker area up here, than this gray box down here. If it gives me a bullish engulfing candle, and if I look to the left over here and it actually has some sort of structure, that's even more confirmation for me, which this one did. That's why if I wasn't yapping more so, I probably would have caught this trade. This is another setup, but we're not in discount. We didn't even retest fully into here, so I wouldn't take this entry, but this is technically a setup right here for a long. So like, let's just do it for practice. Let's say we got in on this retest right there. This one wouldn't work out most likely because it's not in discount. It's a fake out. See? So because that's a fake out, then you would target actual discount, which now if we're looking at this high and low structure right here, our new discounts down here. Hey, you're back. I thought you had to go do something. This is bullish. This is a good trade right here. Let's look to see if we could get an entry. Actually, I don't like the gap down here. I'm not going to enter that yet. I'm going to wait for one more that comes and closes in this gap. Because I most likely would get stopped out here. Yeah. We didn't close in this gap still. So there's probably one more retest. I'm very motivated to pass this challenge. Like, very motivated to pass this correctly. So $50 if I'm uncertain, $100 if I'm certain, $200 is if it's I can add to the trade, $100 if I could add to the uncertain trade, where it gives me confirmation. I'm waiting for one more breakdown here. It's holding. I don't like that this is holding. I actually don't even think this is going to hold. I think this isn't even truly discount. I think this could come down one more time and grab this liquidity before it does anything. Right here. Let's see if it gets a setup. No setup right here. It's still bearish. Still going to move down. I bet you it's going to come up, grab this, reject. It's going to grab that liquidity right here. It's going to reject off this point. Let's see if this comes back down. Rejects, comes down, back down to this low right here. Let's see if it holds. If it holds, then it's not. It did not, so it is coming up here. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't think I want to take either one of those entries. Did reject. Oh, this is moving down. I mean, sorry, moving up. I don't know why I said moving down. Let's see if this holds. Did not. Yeah, it's moving up. Could do a late entry here. Again, I just don't like where we're at. So I'm not going to take the trade yet. Don't like what we're seeing yet. It's consolidating again. So consolidation goes to manipulation to distribution. Usually it doesn't have to go in that order, but that's usually the case. So for consolidating right here, it's going to manipulate and then it's going to give me a direction, especially if it's consolidating and then goes in the opposite direction of the current trend. So if this comes down, grabs this bearish liquidity right here, then I would be even more interested in taking a position upwards. I need to put a disclaimer on my channel probably. Come on, don't manipulate upwards, please. Manipulate downwards. I don't want to see a continuation without some manipulation. That's never great. Coming back into the gap. Let's look at the 500 tick. Yeah, it's just ugly price action. I just want one win on $100. That's all I want. And then I'll trail it upwards. Break straight up. Don't love that. Don't love that at all. Continuing up here. Let's see. What a move. Could have taken a long, but again, I just don't like the price action. Let's see how it reacts around here. We're so far bullish now. At this point, I'm just looking for discount. I don't even need to look for that confirmation. We have so much room that we can run upwards that I don't even need to look for a confirmation to move upwards. I'm just looking for this to retest back into the discount area. So this is my discount. If I need to label it, let people know. Gray box is discount. Strategy looks like this. So we have a break of structure. We have a break of structure. Candle breaks through. It forms this gap. We have a previous candle right here. Our higher time frame trend forms this gap on the break of structure. I'll make this more visible for you guys. And then we have a strong candle moving upwards. I'm just making this so you guys could see. So this is my whole setup. We form this little gap. You can have the wicks if you want. Let's say we drew the little wicks right here. And you can see that we break some sort of higher time frame structure or even lower one in a discount area. Then we have this fair value gap that draws right there. And that's the whole strategy. And then my entry is on a strong bullish green candle. So you can see if that formed down here on the discount on the lower time frame, then my entry would be on this candle, or my goal is to see a retest within this gap, this micro gap, and then a continuation. So we hold it and then continue up to add to the position. So that's my whole strategy, for anyone wondering. So let's see if we get some more movement down. This is bearish. This price action is not for me. Oh, oops. Let's move that back to the 30-minute. Let's keep this on the 5,000 and then this on the 100 tick. Let's see how this reacts here. I would like to see more reaction downwards because we came into the discount zone, although it was a little bit inaccurate. We came in the discount zone and then we didn't even come into the discount zone. We just bounced off this area, which makes sense why we bounced off here on the left side. I would have preferred to see this come a little bit more. Breakup structure, it's just market structure. I mean, it could be smart. Yeah, I guess it's smart money concepts. I don't know any of that. I kind of learned that by myself, just higher highs, lower lows. But then I look at micro structures as well. So micro structures are these little holds that you see that create minor highs and lows. And I like to look at those as well. So for example, like right here off this high, that's a microstructure. Yeah, so it might be the same thing. I don't know if it is. Are you kidding me? My mouse just died. Give me 1 second. You're probably right. I've heard a lot of people say it's just that. I never studied from, I know what it is technically, but I've never looked at it. Same thing with, I used to do a little bit of ICT, but I didn't like it. I felt like it's too confusing for an actual trading strategy, and that's how I settled on this a while ago, like over 2 years ago, and it works really well. Especially in a trending market, you'll have like a crazy win rate. This market's really good for my strategy. What's happening right now, it's just a very confusing market because it still is technically consolidating from highs and lows, even though we are trending downwards. It's just a very confusing market. What happened on this price open today? Okay, we can look at the new discount. See where the new discount is. I'm just looking to get in along, to be honest. I'm not against it. Price is holding. I'm not against along. I don't have a clear area. I'll be honest, I don't have a clear area where this can reject here, so I don't necessarily love this entry without my confirmation of my actual strategy. This is going to come lower. I don't have a clear area where this can reject, to be honest. So this might just come straight down. It could. Oh, it is? Okay. I'll look into it. I mean, I really like my strategy. I think the difficult thing is I used to be really good at observing daily bias and utilizing that for my old strategy. And I'm struggling to implement it with this specific strategy. And I know it's important for identify because my strategy takes such a low time frame and it looks for an entry. If I would to move, I used to trade this on the 1 minute, the same exact strategy on the 1 minute. And I couldn't be bothered with how big the moves are because you're risking one contract and you can't scale in or scale out of contracts easily. So that's why I moved down to the tick time frame as well. Also, because ticks are volume, and if I want to see a lot of volume, then I want to see a strong breakout using my strategy. For general market structure, I mean, I just kind of look at highs and highs. If it's just been very hard to, the range traders have had a great time in this market. People that trade support and resistance type strategies have had an amazing time in this market. It just has not worked for me. I'm very much a trend based. Profitable. I have win rates on my thing. I don't like win rates. I think they're useless without profit factor or average win to loss. I think that's useless statistic because people could be risking a 1-to-1 when I think with my strategy, if I get this strategy and get my entries really well, and if I'm able to predict them and I come up with my thing is coming up with something to trail a lot better than what I'm currently using to trail my profits. I think my strategy could have a crazy, crazy return. The key thing is just being able to identify the higher time frame structure. That's the main thing. Okay, we're in discount. Let's see if my strategy pops up. I again don't love this trade, I would say, but I still think we are coming up. So if this gives me a setup here, I wouldn't mind it. But no, I know I'm gonna look into the who you say either for. Let me see. I think it's 3 contracts. I might be wrong. Think it's 5 contracts. Here's what I want to risk. I want to risk 70 4 contracts. I want to risk 50 if it comes back down. This is a great setup. Very good setup. This would be my setup right here for 1 to 3. If it comes down and taps me in, if it doesn't tap me in, that's okay. Might actually, if it comes back down, that means it's a little bit weak. So I might only start with 2 contracts and add if it holds. If it gives me the entry. I'm targeting the half of this gap. I might move this up slightly, so just very slightly. Come on, give me the entry. Don't just be a straight move up. It should retest one more time. It usually doesn't move on the first move. Usually. Does sometimes. I've seen it several times. It is. It's dead to me. It's going up without me. I don't know how far it's going up, but it's going up without me. Maybe not. Again, I don't love where it's holding at, to be honest. So that's why I'm only entering with 2 contracts. Is it going up without me? I'm only risking 25. Let's see if it starts to hold. A hold would be coming up and closing above this gap. Stop by for 3 more. If it doesn't hold here, that's fine. Yeah. Only risk $25 there. Is that another setup? And sometimes I'll lose. That's why I started this. It has a better math return. Doesn't give me a setup. Comes down for liquidity. That's okay. It gives me a better math setup. Entering with partial position sizing and then waiting for the confirmation, which I should have been doing a lot earlier on. Let's see here. It's rejecting off this point. I need to work with you, or sorry, I didn't understand the statement. To get a prop firm account? Oh yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy to help anyone out. I mean, a lot of it is the same strategy. I did post it. The key thing, honestly, you probably can't get it from me because I'm not as good as a lot of people. Even though it is a prop firm, I really like how, what's his name? So he's on Top Step X, and it's actually something I've been watching more because he's really good. Dakota on Top Step X, I really like how he trades. I think his strategy is really, his scaling ability is really strong, and he doesn't wait for a full move or for a full risk to reward. He just scales in and scales out whenever price isn't giving him price action anymore. So he has a really good daily bias and daily bias. He doesn't explain his strategy that much, but if you look at where he has his lines or where he's entering positions, it does help a lot with creating that daily that bias on the higher time frames because he trades the same time frame as me on the 100 tick / 500 tick. But I do like how he trades. I like how there's a few other traders that trade really well that I like that I'm going to pull up some names for next time. I didn't base it off of them, but I like how they trade, even though it's a lot different from me. And it's probably better. They're way better at impulse control than me. I'm not even saying probably. They definitely are way better at impulse control than me. I only have impulse control when I'm trading live, which is not a good thing. I don't like where we're at. I do not like where we're at. I don't like where we're at all, what we're doing. Not one bit. Yeah, so you can see my discount. This is honestly not a bad trade. Oh, any work for you that's worth $36? I really wish I'm paying off tuition right now. So anything I make through any job is going to my tuition for my doctorate. So I don't have interest from how expensive our schools are. I wish I had any work. I'm working jobs as well. I teach, and then I also have a job on the weekend as well outside of this. The 36. Yeah, I'm sorry, but what you could do, let's say if I make some money, I'm gonna do a giveaway soon, and I'm gonna do a giveaway if I can get this account to funded. That's my key thing, and if I get this account to fund it, if I make some money, I'm gonna do a giveaway to get you, and I'll get you a prop firm account. Okay, that'll be a promise. I'll get you a My Funded Futures prop firm account that you could trade through TradingView for you to practice. You could also do simulated. You don't have to buy one. You could also do a simulated prop firm account. Some of the prop firms offer that and it allows you to practice until you get to a live account. Yeah. So if you get to a live account, then you are a familiar because it's not necessarily trading. I could be profitable over a period of time. It's very difficult when you're on a losing streak and your market trailing loss is moving up. If you don't know what that means, it basically means you're trailing every time you win money, your stop loss moves up on the account. So right now my balance is at 51,812. The max I can lose at is 49,812 right now. Well, technically it was 52,000, so 50,000 is the lowest. The account challenge starts at 50,000. Okay? So I have to be very careful with how much I risk on this because especially on a 50K account, 50K accounts are harder than 100K accounts are. They're easier to pass in the month time period, but they're way harder to manage a risk on because of how quick NASDAQ moves. Now, if I wanted to move to something that's slower, I can move to MES, which is the micro S&P. It moves a little bit slower. I could also move to the one I used to trade, which I'm forgetting for some reason. I can move to silver. I can move to the Russell. If you're looking for slower markets, I just really like how much liquidity this has in Asia session. My loss, I don't know where this is moving still. I think we're moving up. That's the think. I think we're moving up. This is futures. Do you have any futures account? Yeah, this is futures. But yeah, I assume India has restrictions like the US does. We're not allowed to trade on like a lot of futures services. It's really bad. So you don't have like the NASDAQ. Oh, that sucks. If they only allow you one funding account, that's stupid. Oh, you're trading Forex? That's stupid if they only have one option for you, because they can just be a monopoly. They can own all the markets, like all the funded markets. I guess use a VPN. I don't know how to get around that. That's awful. That's way worse than the US options. We have like 3 regulated options for, we have like 2 for Forex that are actually decent, and then we have like 3 or 4 for futures. Oh, have you back tested it? I mean, have you used a program to test it? I think it would work in a lot of markets. I mean, it might be the risk. It might be the risk that's causing the strategy difficulty because, yeah, you have to have a specific risk tolerance on futures because of it, how quickly it moves. Same thing with stocks because of how much you have to invest into it to get started. I don't like what it's doing. We're just ranging all day. I'm going to give this another 15 minutes and I might have to just call it because it's not giving me any movement I want to see. Showing strength. Forward tested. Oh, wow. That's great. Well, if you get some of those practice accounts, or if you get TradingView, you could start testing futures and see if that works. If again, let me see if there is. Give me 1 second. Let me see. My funded futures and Top Step both are offered for India. So I know your strategy doesn't do that, but if you want to start back testing for NASDAQ, like I trade on for your strategy, if you're able to, then I can get you those because I can't buy any accounts that are outside of the availability and outside of my country's availability for you in the future. And again, it's sadly not a promise. I just need to get this funded and I need to call me out if you see me going against my rules, which I'll post online, or if you see me start being impulsive, because just call me out. I don't mind it. I'm struggling um, regulating my overtrading. Always have been, and I'm hopefully not always will, but I've done several things to try to manage that. And sometimes I get lazy and it becomes an issue, which I should never be lazy trading the markets. If I'm getting on the screen, I need to be set with what I think. Nothing's marked. I don't see anything yet. That's why I'm not trading anything. Ooh. I don't know what I want, guys. I don't know if it's gonna give me anything. It's just straight consolidation right now. I think we're moving up. That's the key. I think. I don't know for a fact if we're moving up. I might go look at some other videos to see if I could get a bias right now because it's bearish on the higher time frame. So on my 30 minutes, so I'll show you each of my time frames. So we have the daily. Daily could come up for this wick up here in the next few days, but it could also come down to here. It's kind of mixed. Daily's mixed. My 1 hour is mixed. My 15-minute leaning, since we held this gap, leaning bullish but mixed. So I'm leaning upwards momentum but mixed. And then my next time frame, well, is mixed. And then my lower time frame, can you guess what? It's mixed. Leaning bearish. Oh, that's stupid. That's really stupid. That explains why less than 10% of people in India trade. Which is also crazy because I feel like a lot of my viewers are from India and Dubai. I think that's a large percentage of my viewers. The people that stop in, even if they don't stay or come back in the stream, the people that stop in for a few minutes that's a huge percentage of the people that watch my streams. But that's just so difficult. There's no regulation at all. That's insane. Do you have like a trusted stock market? Like you're able to get direct payouts to the stock market or through anything else? Is it only that? This looks strong. This looks like we could have a temporary bullish momentum. And still no setup on my trade. That's so stupid. I can't believe they do that. I thought our regulations were bad for the stock market, which they've actually loosened it. Oh my. Oh, well, we have a pretty bad tax for any money we withdraw. Our tax is really bad for that as well. But our restrictions are a lot more loose than it used to be a couple of years ago, which is good. That's insane to me. It's supposed to be the 5,000. Looks like we're holding. Still very confused. Maybe not. That's a crazy rejection. I'm going to look for about half of this to see if we pull up a little bit. I might be bearish on this move.
Order
I'm
filled.
going to go ahead and enter half position and then wait for a confirmation about the move down. Only risking 50. %? No, that is way worse than ours. 50, that's insane, dude. That's insane. Taking a trade, half position size. This one's not a plus. It's like a C setup, but worth a shot. I thought we could move down for a second. Nothing else is really here. Jeez, I can't find a setup. There's no setup there. There's no setup there. There's no setup there. That's good. At least you get that part. We still have to pay tax even through that. Since ours are regulated, we have to pay tax no matter what on any money you make. Anything over $700, I think, you have to pay tax. Or if it's on stocks, you have to pay a extra tax. I think actually it's any market, but with prop firms, they just pay you out. So it's only a general tax, like a business tax. I don't know. God. I can't tell with it. This is bullish. I'm going to say that this is moving upwards, But if we get a confirmation here, we retest up here and we start to fail, then I might take the entry. If they give me a retest up near this high, we start to fail, I might take this entry. Otherwise, it's just showing me straight strength. So can also look at discount for this range. Just down here. Oops, sorry, not even down there. Down here. I'm risking half my position size. I'm gonna give it like one more because I have an idea of where this might go. But yeah, I think I'm about done. I was in a very bad place, and thank you for calling me out. I'm gonna give it one more shot if I see a good entry, and then I think I might be done. This was a valid entry. Would this have given me a 1 to 2 risk reward? But it's just against the trend. Yeah, I might just call it. This is a valid entry because I think it's going to come down to here. Price is going to come down to here. Yeah, that would have been a valid entry but let's see how it reacts right here. This is just the only area I want to see. I don't like that. I don't like the structure. I think you're right. I might just call it. I don't like the structure that's showing at all. Especially if it doesn't hold above this. It's just dead. It's a dead move. Oh, there's a setup. All right, let's call it. This last match. No, I missed the trade. I missed the trade. No. It moved too quick. It was right here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't even think that's a valid trade. I'm glad I missed it. It worked out. No, it's not a valid trade. Never mind. I'm happy. I'm fine. Good thing I didn't enter that. It's not even valid. This is going to fail and come back down, break straight through that. Not good. I'm not good at abbreviations. What does that mean? The TJL. Dude, I'm really glad I did not get in that trade because it was not valid. I'm so glad that did not tag me in. Oh, trend joining level. Oh yeah, yeah. I have the same exact. No, I do the same thing. That's my discount. I could have multiple level. Dude, I think it does fall in the same thing. Same exact idea. Like the reason I don't like this because it's not really a higher or lower trend. But same thing is if I have my discount level, I look for what falls in my discount level. This is an obvious zone. What falls in my discount level, and this is a zone. So these are two levels that I think it could continue with the trend if it doesn't hold it. That's why I was looking at this. It didn't actually give me a setup, so I'm really glad that it did not tag me in. Or I didn't get in that trade. Okay, now we're showing, I still think we're moving up. Am I crazy to think that? I still think we're moving up here. Not necessarily at this zone, but I think around the 210 level, I think we can move up. I don't know. Let's cheat again. I like cheating. Let's see what people are thinking. Yeah, nope, everyone's out of the market. I have like 3 different people I have on my YouTube right now. People I trade based off of. not trade based off of, but people I look for confirmation if I'm ever confused, and none of them are in a trade. All of them saying this market sucks because I have my subtitles on. That's a retest. Might just call it. I'm only down 314 today, which seems like a lot, but for a challenge account, that's not much. Speaking that I was up 1,400 and 1,000 the previous 2 days, risking $200, $100. Let me see how many trades I actually took. Yeah, this is my past. I don't think you guys can see it, but break even on this week, basically. Sorry, I had a losing day on Monday. I did take one trade, but I heavily risked on that one trade. 4 green days on week 4 and 1 red day. That's why I needed to catch myself, because I was over risking a pretty significant amount. It's good. It's good if I wouldn't have, if my swings weren't so big. This is where I'm saying the overtrading. I don't know if I could show you. My swings are really bad. I'll go from 1,400 one day to 1,000, negative 1,000 another day. And I'm only risking like 3 to 5 contracts. It's just the volatility of NASDAQ with the challenge. This is Top Step. Top Step TV. Is, yeah, it's Top Step. But I mean, it's good. It's good statistics, and I can get those statistics consistently. It's just when I get to the live account, I don't know what happens. I've gone to the live account like and taken 2 payouts, but I've gone to the live account like 15 times and blown it within 2 weeks, a week and a half. And it's just my swings are too crazy. And I need to figure out, like, even when I'm risking a 1 contract or 2, taking 3 trades, 4 trades, I'm still down $400, $500. And up $500, risking. And I think what happens is I'll take trades. And this is what a big thing for a lot of traders is. You take trades thinking, you not necessarily revenge trading, but thinking you can come back in a sideways market. And then when you have like 2 wins on a good day, yeah, I need to do that on my funded account. I tried, and you want to know what happened to me? Same thing I explained earlier. I was like, no, same thing I explained earlier is I took it off because I thought I saw a really good entry, and then that entry didn't work out, and then I revenge traded. And I wish I couldn't change it. I wish I could lock that daily loss in for a period of time. That, not daily loss, but like the where it stops me out of the account, because that would stop my over trading. The only concern is the fees and commissions change based off contract amount. And sometimes my fees and commissions are $5, while other times it's $25, depending to get the same risk. And so my lockout needs to account for at least 2 trades for that day, which I should probably only start doing when I'm trading live, is doing those lockouts. So yeah, the issue is this. I have a lot of bad habits that stop me from being a great trader. Yeah, a lot of bad habits. I need to do a lot of things, and it's not even easier said than done. It's just I'm impulsive. I need to fix it. I need to stop myself, because when you get in those moods or those fits, it's like you need something external to stop yourself from doing it. But then I also have the capability of logging back in and changing it. I don't have an app for it. I just log in through Top Step. It's just through Safari. It sucks because I just need to not use my phone for trading. That's why I was down at $500 earlier, $600 earlier, because I was using my phone for trading. I'm going to, I mean, yeah, no, don't say okay. You're completely right. I'm completely in the wrong. I have a lot of stuff I need to fix on that side of thing. I need to make it so anything external that I can manage, like over trading and impulsive, is not impacting my ability to make money. because I'm gonna have really bad days. I'm gonna have green days, and then I need to know when it's a good day. It's not a sideways day that I need to continue to trade even when I'm in the green. $300, $400, because that's when I get scared out. Because on those green days, I need to make 2 times of what my red days are, my market limit losses at the minimum. And it's not necessarily like that's a goal. That's just the fact of, in order to be profitable, at least 1.5 times on those green days compared to my red days. Because I have so many green days and my red days do take me out. And that's been the case for multiple years. It's really bad. I'm not I've cried a few days based off my trading, and trading should not make you miserable. I've cried off stream a few times when I've made those mistakes. Just being very honest. I've raged out off stream. Yeah, I've for testing, when I'm most profitable is my first 3 trades in a day, and anything after that, I just lose money. I don't have Instagram. I really don't. Like, not an Instagram for social media per se. I have a personal one, but I don't post anything on trading. It's mostly just photos for my family. Um, and I haven't posted in like 2 years, a year and a half, because I'm currently with them during my studies. But if you want my Instagram for messaging, you can do my do you have Discord? This is actually an entry, and I don't want to enter this. I'm not going to enter this, but it is an entry. It's a very weak one because it's against the trend, but let's just see. Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, I'll post my Discord for you. I have a class today, but maybe we could talk later. I have another friend from Germany that I used to trade with. He's doing amazing now. I think he's doing it full time, which is amazing. He started 3 years after me. Someone I talked with, he created a whole code though. He's a coder. So he created a bot to trade for him using AI. Don't ask me. He tried to he said he would give it to me free. I'm like, "Listen, it's a joy. I should have probably just taken it." I haven't talked with him in about a year, couple months, mostly because I've just been busy. But we used to talk every day. It is moving up. Let me get my Discord for you. Yeah, because my market analysis, I feel like, is compared to a lot of people online, is pretty strong. I really do feel like my market analysis is very, very strong. It's just my psychology, which I think that's a lot of traders who's been struggling for years on end. Is I can identify very strong setups, but I can't manage my impulses enough to stop taking C, D setups, D plus setups. Here's my Discord if you want. You guys can see it. I'll post it in chat. Ours, I'll send it. It's my Discord is. Give me 1 second. It's extra. Got how to add friends. Wait a second. Give me 1 second. It's just extra 1998. Yeah, extra 1998. All lowercase. It's a setup right here. Enter
Order
3.
filled.
This is my last trade. See if I could get some confirmation of the move. I'm not even gonna try. I'm only risking $19. That's not even that great.
Order filled.
It's showing me some sort of confirmation. I need to see some more movement out of this.
Order filled.
It's dead. I'm done today. That's my last trade. I don't know how to do that, to be honest. Let me just type it in here. There you go. All right. Also, if you want the number, it's extra 7428. And I'll just look for yours. Anyone else is sending me it? Sorry, I didn't accept it. But yep, got it. There you go. I'll talk with you later. I have my class. I have class in about an hour and I want to get some lunch. I got all your message. Let me go ahead and delete this though. Can I delete the message? How do I delete this message? There you go. It's showing strength. I don't like what this is showing me. Showing me some upwards movement. Yeah, I'm done. No. I need to stop myself today. It's not a good market. I recognize that. And like you're saying, impulse control, I'm done. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Talk with you again tomorrow. And I'll talk with you later tomorrow, Jelani. All right. See you guys. Mejir. All right. Gotcha. My whole game's crashing, so. Oh, no, it's Jesus. Man, this market sucks. All right, see you guys. Sorry, I was looking at it one more time and then I realized I gotta stop. I'm gonna lock myself out. All right.